The federal government has clarified that the Ministry of Niger Delta Development has not been scrapped, but renamed the Ministry of Regional Development. This change was part of a recent cabinet reshuffle by President Bola Tinubu aimed at accelerating the administration's renewed hope agenda. The restructured ministry will now oversee agencies that were under the former Ministry of Niger Delta Development, as well as other regional commissions across the country. The government assured that the Niger Delta Development Commission, as the NDDC, will continue to operate under the new ministry, and the change mainly involves expanding the ministry's responsibilities rather than eliminating it. Get that right. The decision has met the criticism from some leaders in the Niger Delta, such as Chief Edwin Clark, who expressed concerns about potential marginalization and the redirection of resources away from the region. The government, however, has emphasized that the new framework is intended to enhance regional development efforts and maintain all existing structures for the Niger Delta. Loveday, please comment on this one.
It's quite difficult to reconcile the two. That the Ministry of Niger Delta, that's Niger Delta Ministry, is not has not been scrapped.
Yes.
And then the establishment of the Regional Development Ministry, or the South-South.
It's the same ministry. They just changed the name according to what they're saying.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Now, from my major confusion is, once you have Niger Delta, we have states that makes up the Niger Delta. And then you're not talking about regional. South-South is a region. Am I correct? South is a region in Nigeria. Now, you said the new ministry is to oversee what happened. Then Niger Delta Ministry is to work under the regional ministry. For me, I see conflicting.
The NDDC, yes.
Yes, I see conflicting interests at the end of the day. And then my major worry, South-South Development Commission, I'm sure that's the one now that is overseeing the NDDC, the Niger Delta Development Commission. That's the regional ministry now. If that is it, and if the name will really apply, it simply means that it's 6 states that they will be covering, whereas the Niger Delta Development Commission was overseeing. So how do we reconcile this? And how do you want to convince me that of the Regional Development Ministry now is now increasing, or that it will now help to increase the mandate or the responsibility of the Niger Delta Development Commission?
But that's supposed to oversee the different regions.
Different regions, yes, in Nigeria.
No, the different regions where you talk about the Niger Delta.
You see, that's where the confusion will really come in. That's where the confusion will really come in. I see it like a duplication of commission or ministry.
It's the same ministry, Loveday. So it's just more like the same entity still playing its roles, but then the name was changed.
Okay. Now talking about the name, which is the next thing I want. That's the explanation they release. That's the explanation they are giving, but the explanation is confusing. It's confusing myself, as a person. It's confusing me seriously. But let's forget about the idea and what the ministry should be doing. Now, talking about the name, the change of name, how does that improve the activities of the NDDC? How does that enhance what the people have been clamoring for? Because I was also made to understand that the same person, the NDDC, is still intact. The same persons manning the activities of the same persons in charge of different offices, they are still there. And then the people have been lamenting, saying, scrap NDDC, we are not getting the direct benefit that we're supposed to get from. And then we are now seeing a system where the name has been changed. For me, I don't see anything.
Expected more.
I don't see anything significant, coming, or anything positive coming as a result of the change of name. All I see is some form of hidden political agenda that will soon be unveiled as time progresses.
All right, Loveday, thank you so much for your thoughts on that one. With all of the REGIG that happened, which we discussed on the show yesterday, one thing that I'd really love us to talk about, since I have two agri-experts with me, is the introduction of the livestock ministry. As some people have clamored, although we were told the importance, we were told that it will help to reduce the cases that we have of the farmers and herders clash, and that particular livestock adds a lot to our economy because of the meat and all of the other products that are being sold, the end products and all of that. But I'd like to get your opinion on this, Kenneth, on the ministry that was announced. That's the livestock ministry.
Well, it's a good one. It's a good one. It shows that actually the government they are really thinking about the welfare of farmers. And they're thinking about the welfare of their citizens because of the farmers' header clash. So the ministry is the thought pattern is good, but I think they would have saved that energy if they had mandated the Ministry of Agriculture. Okay, they have the federal and the state ministries of agriculture. So linking up the Ministry of Livestock again is not really.
All right, it's not clear on the other side, on Kenneth's side, but from what he was saying and his last statement, he was talking about the fact that we should have just channeled that energy to enhancing the Ministry of Agriculture instead of bringing another ministry. Since we're talking about cutting costs in governance, putting up another ministry, it's more like bringing out the different sectors that we have or departments that we have in the Ministry of Agriculture, and then forming ministries for them. Do you also have the same school of thought?
Yeah, in retrospect.
Okay, sorry to cut you. It looks like Kenneth is back.
Yes, sorry about that. What I'm saying is that things are one. Creating the Ministry of Livestock and Ministry of Agriculture, what is the difference? To what purpose? To what aim? Is it that the Ministry of Agriculture cannot actually handle the livestock affairs? Because we have in agriculture, we have both animals, we have both crops and livestock, right? The Ministry of Agriculture now will not be more focused on what they're living as livestock. So they should manage this thing. I think it's just duplicity of names, and I don't. It actually doesn't really, solve the problem. If they actually want to solve the farmers' headers clash, which I believe was the sole purpose of that ministry, they should give more responsibilities to the Ministry of Agriculture, the federal and the state level.